upload one.
Okay. Okay, hey everybody. We're going to be doing the music talk video kind of type deal here.
Okay.
I'm here with my buddy Jason. And first topic we're going to be doing is why aren't there any new super bands for today?
So you talk with super bands. You're talking about bands like the Beatles and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So just influential bands. Is that what you're referring to?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so I think it's because just the music scene in general has changed. The landscape. You think about it, most super bands and bands like this that you're referring to started in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, and even like the 90s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But ever since the late 90s and 2000s, pop music has taken over, and this new pop music, which is especially nowadays, which is more electronic based and stuff like this. It's not the same. It's basically, I mean, there are a few, such as like bands like Avenged Sevenfold with their new album, Hail to the King. They've got influences such as, Metallica rather. You got Iron Maiden and stuff like that. Some Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne solo stuff as well. That's some of their influences. So that they have a huge following like that. Another lesser example, I know we talked about this before in a previous video. Bands such as, who are getting a lot of notoriety, are bands like One Direction and The Wanted and stuff like this. Stuff that we don't that's okay, mainstream, but I'm not into mainstream necessarily.
Hell no.
So the bad aspect of it, but bands like you're referring to, like rock super bands and pop super bands like the Beatles and like Rolling Stones and stuff like that, are just not there because there's a culture change. That's what I think.
There needs to be another culture change. The underground needs to rise the hell up.
I mean, there are young bands, that are there for sure. That are, if you go on even my Spotify, if you were looking at one of my Spotify playlists or whatnot, or one of my playlists, you'll see all these young bands that I think are going to be huge one day. And I'm hoping they are, because they have great sound. And I think that's just what it is. It's every band for them. It's every band for themselves. And, I don't know. Everybody just wants to be different, I think.
Somebody needs to come along and just punch LA right square in the jaw. If you know what I mean. Like, whoa, where did that come from?
I mean, and another part of it is just, I mean, as far as, the pop music taking control, the record executives have a lot of say in that. A lot of bands don't care about music necessarily. They just want the next hit.
Which is friggin' sad.
Yeah, I mean, the music that we're referring to is the 80s and 90s stuff and the good stuff, as I like to say. But, I mean, even then, I mean, the money was a lot of it, but a lot of it was a lot of passion. You look at bands like the Foo Fighters and Nirvana.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. They had a lot of passion, but yet they made a lot of money. And, I mean, and I forgot to mention this the first time. Foo Fighters is one of those super bands.
Yeah, I just thought of that. That's pretty much the only super band we got now at friggin' days of this generation. Now, I know what some people's going to say, and I agree. Metallica is still the biggest band in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I'm talking like up-and-coming super bands.
Yeah.
Closest thing I can think of, and most of their guys are in their mid 30s to early, I know one of the guys is probably mid 30s plus, I don't know, couple of other guys are older than that, but 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So now Nicky's what, 50 something?
Yeah, he's like 54 or something, I think. But I mean, you got 6 a.m. could be huge one day because if you think about it, Motley Crue is gonna fade out, and I've heard rumors of next year's their goodbye tour, and next couple years. So if you think bands like this could move into the spotlight,
because it's Motley but darker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just got. And of course, 6 a.m. is kind of based around some books that Nikki Sixx wrote as of right now. They have a new album coming out. I think it's later this year, early next year.
Yeah, we need when that comes out. In case y'all are wondering, yes, we will definitely be reviewing that.
Yeah, we will. I think that's about it. Do you have any other suggestions or things why there's no superbands?
Time. It's just not the right time for one yet. But I do believe sooner or later somebody's going to come along and just, once all the record executives have crapped down our throats long freaking enough, somebody's just going to come along and just slap everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whoa.
I mean, like, if we want to expand this conversation to hip hop and rap music, you can say that, or that has already happened somewhat with a guy like Jay-Z. You can say that a little bit. He's when I think of hip hop right now, I think of Jay-Z, honestly, because he's like the biggest guy right now. And you got guys like Eminem, and you got smaller guys, of course, and stuff like that. But that's about it, though. And I mean, yeah. All right, another topic I think you want to talk about, and we talked about this before, was Bill Ward and the end of Black Sabbath, right?
Possibly leaving Black Sabbath, not necessarily the end of Black Sabbath, because he's left Black Sabbath a couple of times before.
Okay.
Then they formed Heaven and Hell with Dio and all that.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace.
Right, he's one of the best. That album, amazing. Or albums, I should say.
Yeah.
He's one of the best artists of all time. That is it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
All right. So I saw Black Sabbath a couple months ago in Chicago. Honestly, they were pretty good, and Ozzy especially really was amazing. The drumming, I forgot the name of the drummer. I had said it previously in a video. I forgot it completely. Their touring drummer. But Bill Ward was not on the tour, as a lot of you guys know if you watch our Black Sabbath review 13.
You mean Geezer?
Geezer, what?
Geezer was the drummer.
About the drummer.
No, the bass player.
Bill Ward wasn't on tour.
He wasn't?
No.
It was wait a minute. So the only two original members of Sabbath was Ozzy and Tony?
Yeah. Oh, Geezer was there.
I could have sworn Geezer was the bass player.
Ozzy, and Tony. Geezer, Ozzy, and Tony. No, but I mean, like I'm saying, there was obviously Bill Ward was not there, so there was it was good though. It was good. It was a good concert. I'm not gonna say that, but it was something missing a little bit. Obviously, their touring drummer, who I completely forgot the name of. I'm sorry for this. You guys are gonna criticize me for not knowing that if you comment. But I mean, it was a good show. Black Sabbath was good. Ozzy was good, and yeah. But I don't know if the end of Bill Ward not being in the band because of a contract dispute, I don't know if that's going to end Black Sabbath. I don't think it will. But I did hear after the show in Chicago, about a couple hours after that, Geezer had said something. This may be the last time we see Black Sabbath.
Yeah, I think I was talking about because Geezer is wanting to retire because, well, his age, because it takes a lot of physicality to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it probably wouldn't be the last time we saw Tony and Ozzy, because they look like when Ozzy does those Ozzy and Friends festivals over in Europe.
Yeah. And of course, Ozzy has done Ozfest, in the States, and I think that's what we were referring to. But
he does these Ozzy and Friends concerts where it's him, Tony, Zach Wild, everybody, basically his friends. How Slashing comes out.
I gotcha. All right. No, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel that the end of Sabbath would be the end of Bill Ward would be the end of Sabbath, because, like I said, the drumming and that they were really good live. One of the best concerts of the year I was at. What do you think about that whole issue?
It sucks, but I can understand why, with his age, why he would want to retire.
What do you think about Bill Ward, though, not wanting to be in the band because of a contract dispute, and just because?
Honestly, it sucks, but mostly now I know I'm probably, if she sees this, I'm probably my head taken off, but it's mostly on Sharon.
Why?
His manager.
No, I know that, but is that why, though? Because because she's a manager?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Because she's supposed to be one of the most ruthless businesswomen in rock and metal today.
I get that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It wouldn't kill Sabbath, though, if he wasn't in there. Because I said the touring drum was good. All right, another issue I think you want to talk about. There's one more you want to talk about?
Yeah, I was going to bring back and mention another one, but you've already cut a video on it.
What is it?
SOPA.
Oh, yeah, okay. If you want to mention it, I'll sit quietly.
Basically, okay, Congress keeps trying to, they ain't doing a damn thing right now because they're friggin' locked down, which I don't get why the hell. Why they get paid and nobody else in the federal government does, but that's me. They're keep trying to stop online piracy act. They keep trying to jam it down our throats. I mean, it keeps getting stopped. Why they keep going at it, I don't know.
Yeah. I think I said in my video, I mean, people are not stupid.
They just think we are.
They think we are, and I mean, people are not going to stand up for this, because if you listen, you don't know, if you live under a rock or you haven't seen the coverage of this, SOPA would basically get rid of any copyrighted material, any music, any images and whatnot. So you're viewing a YouTube video that has music in it, such as an AC/DC or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Or possibly even that.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what it is. It would basically be against the law, and you would be a felon, essentially, is what they're saying. You could face jail time and whatnot. So that's what that is. And I mean, I don't think it's never going to happen, as far as, I mean, it's basically, I think that the roots of it is obviously because of the record executives, not wanting people to get free music, because that can happen with Spotify now and YouTube now. I mean, that's driven behind that, and the government is kind of, is trying to favor the record industry. But my opinion, if people like music enough to listen to it, and they like the band enough, they will eventually either buy a copy online, a digital copy, or buy a physical copy.
Which, honestly, I'm more physical copy kind of guy, and I know Jason's more digital, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages to everyone. So
yeah, because if a virus gets in your computer, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm. Unless you have a backup, and it's a whole other story. But I mean, what do you think about the SOPA thing?
It needs to die. Mm-hmm. Long story short,
it's not. There's a whole. I don't want to get into the government, but there's other issues, obviously, in the government, and this story is about a month old, so it's a little bit outdated, but I mean it's still there. It's still there.
Like one of them they need to get to is the debt ceiling and freaking getting the government back running.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the unspoken, get your shit together.
Basically.
All right.
And basically, if this passes, it's pretty much the death of YouTube.
Yeah, because YouTube is, and that not only with that, I failed to mention this. It would not only affect music. It would affect video games. As far as that goes, it would affect basically everything that's on YouTube. So yeah, you're exactly right. You couldn't so some of you guys who have, if you've seen any of my videos at LBB Corner, check this stuff out. Latest review, Jukebox to Ghost. I have not put any graphics inside my actual video like I used to because I'm afraid one day somebody's going to say, "Oh, you can't have that," if that ever happens.
Basically, the reason I don't usually, and I only got plan on recording it, reviewing this album, that's the only way I know I'm safe. If I actually had the freaking physical copy in hand. Because, hey, if you bought it, it's yours.
Yeah. I mean, that's I don't know. It's just a messed up issue. I don't know. It's good. I don't think it'll ever happen, but we'll see. We'll see going forward.
Yeah.
Is there one more issue?
Yeah.
One more you want to talk about?
Why does Miley Cyrus got to be so bat crap crazy and hoary?
You can start this one off.
All right. What brought this around? I saw the VMAs. I wish I didn't. Y'all, people were so outraged because she was twerking or like that, stuff like that. Why does it got to be, she's acting slay or something? Why can't it be because the performance sucked?
I mean, you could say a lot. I mean, what she's trying to do, and she's doing it a little too much, in my opinion, at times, is she's trying to get rid of her Disney image. That's all she's trying to do. But I mean, she's going from one extreme to the other, too fast. I think. I mean, with her haircut, which that's another story.
Which, if she wants to cut her hair, okay. At least she didn't do the whole Britney Spears.
I mean, that's true. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel that she's trying too hard to get people to like her as being a sexual figure. I mean, she is good looking. I'm not going to deny that.
Oh, so we know what you're watching on the weekends. You're going, oh, the Wrecking Ball. Oh, the Wrecking Ball.
And I mean that's part of it. That's part of it, though, is that Wrecking Ball video. I watched it a couple times just because, not because of what you think. Stop it.
Sure, Jason. Sure.
I watched it 2 times. That's it. I saw nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, though. I mean, music. That's like going into an art dealership and saying you can't have that picture because there's nudity on it. Music is a form of art.
Yeah.
So I mean, she can do whatever she wants, and I mean, I saw nothing wrong with it. If she's not like she's sitting there naked, I mean, she's naked, but not that she's showing anything.
Yeah. Which, if someone wants to laugh like crazy, look up the Hulk Hogan Wrecking Ball parody. But I wouldn't.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. I don't want to.
You don't want to.
Okay. All right.
Brother,
that's
ass.
That's it. Stop it. I don't think about that.
I think I just ruined Wrecking Ball for him.
You might have. No, I mean, like, what do you think about Wrecking Ball then?
Trying way too hard.
Yeah, that obviously is part of it. She's trying too hard, and I mean, the biggest part for me with that whole Wrecking Ball thing was people. It brought people together though, because people, they want. I don't know. There was a story on the local news here about, a college having to take down their pendulum wrecking ball because people were swinging naked from it and whatnot. You might have seen it on the internet. I don't know. But, I mean, it's just brought people together. People, that video and whatever that song is a way of, expressing yourself, and she's just trying to get rid of that image. Like I said, she's trying too hard.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's literally all it is. And I mean, I talked in circles there for about 5 seconds. But that's all it is.
Well, let us know what you think on these issues. If you have any questions for me or Jason, or shoot, if you have questions for both of us, let me know and we'll do a collaborative Q&A.
That's a good idea.
When we can sync it up. Which I know I got to do a Q&A with Jason sometime.
You should.
No, I mean, like, because those questions you sent me.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, email me at lancemonstertv@gmail.com. Hit me up here on Facebook or YouTube. Lance Monster TV. Please subscribe. Yeah, like, and if you like these videos, spread the word. Jason?
Yeah, I mean, I know these videos are kind of off the handle, but again, we want some questions we can kind of debate about. As you saw, we debated a little bit, had a little bit of fun. That's what we want. So if you
the Wrecking Ball video just a little too much.
Hey, I defended it. So if you want us to do one of these videos, they're fun for us. If you just some random music related, please questions would be nice. So yeah, we'll do those. Please subscribe if you like. I'll share this video on my channel as well, probably just to get something, get another element to it.
Yeah.
We also will do more reviews. We have some coming up. That's about it. If we can get, time synced up and whatnot, because I go to school.
Yeah.
That's about it. Thank you guys for watching this talk video. I guess I'll end it.
Music talk, yeah. And we'll do next video probably be a Paul McCartney album review if somebody that we know can ever get or make it to Jason's house.
It might be. We'll see. We're weighing between two options, so we'll see.
If not, you'll see us do a Civil War's discography.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll see you later. So bye, Jason.
Bye.
Bye.